Sometimes kindness doesn't arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it shows up quietly, sitting across a table, holding a glass of water, waiting for the right words. I didn't know that one simple sentence, spoken without thinking too hard, would change 2 lives that night. But it did, and it started with her looking down at the menu, her voice barely above a whisper, and saying, "I can't afford this date." Before we begin the story, if you enjoy real-life inspired stories about kindness, love, and small moments that change everything, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. It truly helps the channel grow. You're watching Your Channel Name, where every story reminds us that kindness still matters. I met her on a dating app during a phase of my life when everything felt uncertain. I was 32, recently divorced, and learning how to trust again. My marriage hadn't ended with yelling or cheating. It ended quietly, the way things do when 2 people stop choosing each other. Her name was Lily. She didn't have the kind of profile filled with filters and perfect poses. Her smile looked real, a little shy, a little hopeful. She wrote that she loved old bookstores, long walks, and pancakes for dinner. Something about that simplicity pulled me in. We messaged for a week before I asked her out. Nothing fancy, just dinner at a cozy neighborhood restaurant. When she agreed, she added, "I'm really looking forward to it." That line stuck with me all day. The restaurant wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap either. Warm lighting, soft music, the kind of place where people talked quietly and leaned in close. When I arrived, Lily was already there, sitting straight in her chair, hands folded in her lap. She looked nervous, beautiful but nervous. We talked easily at first, about work, family, favorite movies. She laughed at my bad jokes. I noticed she listened carefully, like what I said actually mattered. That alone felt rare. Then the menus came. I ordered without thinking too much. She didn't. She stared at the menu for a long time, too long. Her smile faded just a bit. She glanced at the prices, then at me, then back down again. Finally, she took a deep breath. "I need to tell you something," she said. Her voice was steady, but her eyes weren't. "I can't afford this date." For a second, the restaurant noise faded. I could hear the clink of glasses at other tables, but her words hung heavy between us. "I almost canceled," she continued. "I didn't want to seem rude. Money's really tight right now." She waited, braced herself, like she was expecting disappointment, or judgment, or worse, pity. My first instinct was to say, "Don't worry about it, I've got it." But something told me to slow down, to really see her. So I asked gently, "Do you want to tell me why?" Her shoulders relaxed a little, just enough. She told me she was a single mom to a 6-year-old boy named Noah. His dad had left 2 years earlier and sent money when he remembered. Lily worked full-time at a daycare and took evening shifts cleaning offices. Every dollar went to rent, food, school supplies, and doctor visits. Dating wasn't a priority, but loneliness has a way of sneaking up on you. "I almost deleted the app," she said softly. But then I thought, maybe I deserve one nice evening. She looked embarrassed for saying that. That's when I said it. "I want to keep dating you after this too." She blinked. "I don't want tonight to be a test," I continued. "I don't want you worrying about money or feeling like you owe me anything. I just want to get to know you." Her eyes filled with tears, and she laughed nervously. "I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to feel this comfortable either," I admitted. She closed the menu. "I'll just get something small," she said. "No," I replied gently. "Get what you want. We're sharing tonight." The food arrived. We talked for hours about childhood dreams, about mistakes, about the kind of people we wanted to become. The bill sat untouched at the edge of the table, forgotten. When I paid, she reached for her purse. "I really don't want you to feel awkward," I said. "Next time, we can do something free. A walk, coffee, pancakes." She smiled, a real smile this time. "Pancakes sound perfect." Outside the restaurant, the air was cool. She hugged herself as if unsure what to do next. Then she looked at me and said, "Thank you. Not for the dinner, for not making me feel small." That stayed with me. Our second date was a walk in the park. Our third was pancakes in my tiny kitchen while her son slept over at his grandma's. Slowly, carefully, our lives began to overlap. I learned how strong Lily really was, how she stretched $1, how she stayed up late sewing ripped clothes instead of buying new ones, how she never complained, and she learned about me, about my fears of failing again, about the quiet guilt I carried from my divorce. Kindness became our language. When my car broke down, she packed me lunch for work. When Noah got sick, I sat in the waiting room with them, holding juice boxes and telling bad jokes. Months later, she told me something that broke my heart. "I almost didn't show up that first night," she said. "I cried in the car for 10 minutes before coming in. I thought you'd think I was irresponsible. Or broken." I held her hand. "I thought kindness was about grand gestures," I said. "But it turns out it's about choosing empathy when you have the chance." A year later, I proposed to her in that same park. Noah helped pick the ring. He said, "Make sure it's shiny. My mom deserves shiny." Now, when we go out to eat, Lily always checks the prices out of habit, and every time I smile and remind her that we're a team. Because kindness didn't just pay for a dinner that night. It built trust, it built love, it built a family, and it all started with listening instead of judging. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can give someone isn't money or advice or solutions. It's dignity, it's understanding. It's a moment where they feel safe enough to be honest. If this story touched you, remember this. Kindness doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be real. And when you choose kindness, you never know whose life you're changing, maybe even your own.